Have you ever felt like all you're doing was just working for the weekend? Even though you genuinely enjoy and care about your job, do you sometimes struggle to find the energy it takes to get through the workday? You, like many Americans, may simply be overworked. This is not beneficial to you or your company. Employers need to look into the amount of time off they're offering employees in order to maximize the productivity and efficiency that they're getting from these employees. According to research done by the International Labor Office, 28% of Americans believe that they are required to work more than 40 hours per week. In addition, 45% feel that they have zero influence on when they're allowed to begin or end their workday. Increasing the amount of time off for employees would provide not only physical and mental benefits for employees, but would also provide efficiency and cost benefits for employers. Now, since most people have been employed at least some point in their life, the idea of having a little bit of extra time away from work does appeal to a wide number of people. The benefits that come from having additional time away from work for these employees are both physical and mental in nature. According to Ellen Galinsky and her research team with the Families and Work Institute, half of American workers have felt overworked within the last 3 months to the point of fatigue or stress. This physical or mental exhaustion can wear on anyone and builds over time as people go through the same damaging cycle day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year. Vacationing would be the perfect way for people to break up this constant battle with work or also just simply recharge their batteries. The workforce knows and understands this. In a study done by GFK, a top market research firm, 96% of the 1,303 participants said that they recognize the importance of using their time off. When this time off isn't utilized, the Families and Work Institute found that employees are more likely to suffer from mental stress or depression than if they were to vacation on at least an annual basis. Vacationing is a great way for people to relax, and it just gives their mental state a chance to calm down. Vacationing could even save your life. In a study done by the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, 12,000 men were followed over a 9-year period. In this study, which was run by 2 PhDs, it was found that those who vacation on at least an annual basis are 21% less likely to die and 32% less likely to die from heart disease. Now, while this study doesn't necessarily prove that vacationing could reduce one's risk of dying, there does appear to be a connection. In addition, vacationing also provides one with opportunities to experience other heart disease reducing factors found from that same study, such as spending time with family or exercising. Getting employees on board with the idea of more vacation time seems simple enough, but it's also important to look at the benefits provided to employers. Employers who provide additional vacation time to their employees would also see efficiency benefits as well as cost benefits. When employees have increased vacation time, they are more likely to be more efficient when they're actually in the office. The International Labor Office's study noted that European employees have more vacation every year than Americans, spend fewer time in the office every year than Americans, yet are still able to get all of their work done. Now, the study didn't have a measured level of efficiency, but considering that America isn't advancing faster than all other countries, there's certainly some validity to the study's claim. The reasoning offered up from the study as to why this is that the increased vacation time gives European employees the opportunity to recharge. And then when they are in the office, these European employees have a stricter work attitude compared to their American counterparts. And instead of taking that extra coffee break, European employees are able to find the energy to just work straight through the day and get their work done in a more efficient manner. With more efficient employees and less employees not taking vacation, employers can also see a reduction in costs. Overtime costs would go down as rejuvenated employees would get through their work in a more timely manner. Employees who aren't mentally fatigued also have a higher likelihood of completing their work without making errors. Less errors means less cost of rework for the employer. In addition, when employees make errors while they're doing their work, they have to take the time to go back and do that rework. This leads to just more overtime costs for the employer. In the end, giving more time off to employees and encouraging them to use that vacation time ends up saving the company money in the long run. Employers want to keep employees around as long as possible, It's no secret that the cost of training new employees is a big hit for companies. Keeping employees loyal to a company revolves around keeping those employees happy. Steve Cooper, in his article for Forbes, noted that employees who are unsatisfied with their job are 11 times more likely to leave that job within the next year than satisfied ones. Providing employees with increased vacation time is a perfect way for employers to have happy employees, which likely leads to a workforce with a higher longevity and the lower training costs that are associated with this. It's clearly not just employees that benefit from having increased vacation time, but also their employers. Americans are consistently being overworked, causing them to be both mentally and physically fatigued. Employers should look into the amount of time that they're offering these employees in vacation and look to increase that. Doing so would not only increase the efficiency and cost benefits to employers, but also improve the lives of these employees. Sometimes the best way to get the most out of an employee is not to ask them to do more for the company, but to ask the company to do more for them.